How's it going, everyone? My name is Chris, and welcome back, finally, to the F124 VCARB career for today's Imola Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last episode, we went to Miami, which was also the first sprint race weekend of the season that we had. And Miami's kind of an odd track of whether we do good at or we don't do good at. And this time, last time around, it was an annoying time to go around the racetrack. Qualified okay in the sprint, was able to get some good points, and then the main race qualified worse than we did in the sprint, and we fought our way up to the podiums. And because we didn't do too good in the first series of corners, I pretty much kind of gave up towards the end and found a way that I can quite literally just skip an entire corner just by, you know, gaining more time. And I don't like the fact that I did it. I really wish that it would have turned it a lot more differently. I tried approaching that corner differently, and well, it just seemed like no matter what I did, it just wasn't meant to be, I guess. It just wasn't meant for us to, I guess, get used to. And in the end, we ended up suffering, which kind of hurt us a little bit. But we're back now, and we're headed to Imola. But before we do, we'll jump into what happened for the drivers and constructors standings coming out of Miami. So Norris ended up taking his second win of the season. He's also the second driver of the season to win back-to-back races, the first being ourselves. And with that, he now takes the championship lead of the drivers' standings, 5 points ahead of us in P2. Followed by Max Verstappen in P3. He is only 14 points back. George Russell in P4, Charles Leclerc in P5, Lewis Hamilton in 6th, Oscar Piastri in 7th, Sergio Perez in 8th, our teammate Carlos Sainz in 9th, Pierre Gasly rounds at the top 10, with Ocon in 11th, Alonso in 12th, Tsunoda 13th, Stroll 14th, Magnussen 15th, Albon 16th, Hulkenberg in 17th, Zhou Guanyu in 18th, Sargent in 19th, and Bottas in 20th. Miami proved to be a good race weekend for Alonso as he ended up scoring points in both the sprint and main race. And so far now, we have gone from 6 drivers that haven't scored to now 5, with those being Albon, Hulkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, Sargent, and Bottas. And then over on the constructor side, McLaren extend their lead ahead of ourselves atop the Constructors' Championship standings to now 25 points ahead of us in P2, followed by Red Bull in 3rd, and Mercedes quietly in 4th. They're close to ourselves and Red Bull. Then you got the Scuderias in 5th, Alpine in 6th, Aston Martin in 7th, Haas in 8th, Williams in 9th, and Kicksauber in 10th. Both teams with a big fat goose egg of points as we now head into the halfway point of this second quarter of the season. So it's getting pretty interesting. Also, I just want everyone to know I got a brand new monitor. It's not a widescreen one, it's a regular. I'm gonna hope and pray to God that it's all good. From the looks of it, everything is good, and I needed this upgrade because the other monitor I was using, I wasn't really able to get a whole lot out of it, and I'm really hoping that this one, because the last one I wasn't able to upload in 4K, so hopefully this one I'll be able to. We'll have to wait and see. The old monitor is now what I use to record my NASCAR 7 stuff, and that's because the other monitor I had a bug in it, and I was very pissed off. So I bought this new monitor that I'm gonna run an Imola on, and tossed the old one, put the other monitor that I was using for this over there to record all those NASCAR 7 videos that I ended up releasing in that time, and now got the first episode with a brand new monitor. Hopefully it's well. But before we jump into anything, we have the secret meeting with Red Bull, which I wanted to continue the talks because I wanted to see what else they may have to offer me. And maybe if I, when season 3 comes around, which is going to be very close to the end of, or rather it's going to hopefully be around May, and then I'll be able to get another 3rd season in before F125 comes out. But we'll see how the secret meeting kind of goes for Red Bull, and yeah, so let's go on ahead and see what Red Bull's got the second time around, and who or not rather who, because we know who they want to partner us up with. It's just a matter of what they're going to give us. So they definitely got more people, which is good. That's nice. So let's see what they got. Oh, they're gonna show me their development. Okay. So they have an 85% success rate, and they've applied 59 upgrades. Seems like they're lacking in the aerodynamic side. It's kind of like us almost. Actually, no. Well, I mean, yeah, we're actually kind of lacking over an aero. What's funny is that our chassis is the same for both teams. We just have an extra powertrain than them, an extra durability than them, and 4 more extra aerodynamic upgrades. So I really don't know what Red Bull's doing, because I feel like they should be having more upgrades. So I know this last time with Haas, and it's gonna hurt my reputation, or not reputation, my recognition with VCARB, but I'll continue talks just to unlock not only just a future meeting, but also what else that they are willing to bring to us. So we'll continue, just because I just want to see. This might also lead to something, so.
Been scouring the socials and asking around, and I'm delighted to say that the team are none the wiser about us chatting with anyone else. And the meeting went well, too. I know. I'm amazing. You're welcome.
Well, it seems like it didn't really get out, so we could check over at the recognition. Yeah, stayed at 55, which is good. So I was kind of worried that was going to happen, but don't really need to. Matter of fact, we can review our contract, and I don't know why we would do that, but probably because we're like halfway through the season. That's probably why. So, yeah, but I think now we can head to Imola. And also R&D wise, I forgot to mention that we ended up getting the second DRS upgrade. We're buying that rather after Miami, so that should help us DRS wise. It will come in after Imola and Monaco and before Canada, but this upgrade will unlock a hell of a lot more for like the Halo and the. Actually, no, it won't even unlock this. I think it will still though. Oh no, it'll unlock this. It'll unlock the rear wing main plane. So that'll be good. So now we'll just go on ahead and figure through time, get some weekly resources for ourselves and signs. There we have it. And then it is time for Imola. So we've done well at Imola. So we'll see if same thing will happen this time around. So I'm gonna go on ahead, hop of the race weekend, do practice and qualifying. I'm gonna have you guys in the race.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Smith completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Ocon, Sainz, Albon, Joe, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, But critically, there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometers an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
All right, well, rolling off P2 today. Best qualifying we've had thus far this season. And we're starting right next to none other than our biggest rival of this entire F1 series that we've done from 2020 to now. Jumping into qualifying, I will say I really didn't know how I wanted to approach qualifying. I do know at some point I wanted to go out when there wasn't anybody out on the track, just to try the track out for myself and get used to it and qualifying pace, and I was able to. And after setting a decent lap down the second time around, we went at it, and there were some mistakes made throughout the lap that I thought was not going to cover us being in a good position to even start anywhere close to the front. When I hit that start-finish line and managed to find out that I was starting second, it was a pretty big deal. And finding out that Charles was the guy that won the pole was even more hilarious to me, because in all honesty, I thought it was going to be like a McLaren, like Piastri, but not this time around. Not this time. Just Charles. But jumping to the race strategy for today's race, looks like it's going to be a pretty simple medium to hard strategy. And when I did the practice program, we were using up our mediums quite a bit, so they fell off really, really fast. And that's just because I haven't played in a little bit, and so that's why I was just kind of like trying my damnedest to not hurt the car, or hurt the tires rather. I don't want to hurt the car either, but there's just some things that I can and can't control. And I felt like I did pretty good on my lap, or on my race strategy. Like I said, it just took a little bit. So obviously this isn't going to be the time that we're going to, be down with just 5 seconds, because we're a lot quicker than that. So yeah, but last time we came here, we started well, finished second, and the guy who is on pole won last season. And it was mainly because I didn't want to race him the same way I did in the previous round. And pretty much I've raced people clean for a while. I mean, I feel like I'm the one that's being driven into the majority of the time, but there's some things you can change, and there's other things you can't change. So that's just one of them. But we'll see how today's race goes and see how it all shapes up for us. So let's go on ahead, jump this race, and let us see what we can do. Let's go. So I've kind of realized with tracks like these, where it's like a shorter lap, we can, because of how far back in development we are with our own team, compared to like Ferrari and McLaren and all those guys ahead of us, we're able to really take advantage of it through these corners and whatnot, and it helps us out quite a bit too. So
conditions look stable.
I know
at the
Sainz
moment.
isn't
No
starting
rain
too well
currently
today.
expected.
I think I said he's like starting down in like 13th or 14th. But with us being up here, we're like extracting the most out of this car that we can. Shocker to me is Stroll starting P4, and also Tsunoda got his best qualifying at P5, so something might come out of that. I'll have to wait and see if he can turn that into something. But yeah, my rivals are directly about, oh shit, sorry, I about missed the corner. But yeah, one of my rivals, Max, is 6, and Lando is directly behind him in 7th. So this is going to be an interesting race to see where we come out of this race championship-wise. Pretty good start from us. We were able to get out ahead of the guys behind. And now it's just me and Charles. Because then Stroll's just back there. Took third off rip from Piastri, so that's huge for him. Remember the last time Stroll got a podium in our F1 universe here.
DRS is being enabled.
That'll be the first lap.
We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Yeah, but really like no good moves on Charles. And that's not even me just like not trying to fight him or whatever. It's just by the time I was getting closer to him, it was like we were entering the first corner, so that was a risk I was not willing to take. He actually did get back by Stroll, so
look out for a bit of understeer
pay
when
attention to
trailing
that.
the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
I know we can handle our tires really, really well. In practice, it just didn't show it, but in race trim, we normally can. The reason why we're not falling back as far as we probably would be is because we're able to just use these slow speed corners to our advantage. And boy, oh boy, do we have a pace deficit, but we're trucking. Took the
That's
fastest
the
lap.
fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Ooh, passing the grass. Probably shouldn't have done that. But also Charles wasn't really making it easy on me to know where he was going, so kind of had to guess. But we ended up making the pass in the grass, so we're good.
Still looking good.
That's good. I mean, yeah, me and Charles are pulled away from the guys behind. I mean, shit. Would have a repeat of last year with me and Charles.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
600 the fastest lap. We almost got a 115 flat, but a 114.999. Ooh, fuck no. I know I can go really, really fast through there. It's just I try to. The car just brakes sideways like it just did right there. Terrifies the shit out of me. The closest that LeClerc has been close to me.
Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilize them.
He wants an average lap time of 120.803. We can do that. Definitely waited a lot longer to get on the power going through that section. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, that leading up to there, I did not get a good exit. Like leading up to that straight into that chicane, so it allowed Charles to come after me. He may have a shot here. I mean, he's close, but can't really quite make the move. Holy fuck, seeing Charles that close is terrifying. Is it like... It's insane. Using a lot of my ERS on this main straight just to combat Charles's DRS, but I'm getting to the point where I'm not having as much as I would like on the main straight. And it's going to get to a point where just Charles is going to blast past me. Almost in the same way that I did on the same, probably in the same spot, in all honesty. Like when I enter these corners sometimes, man, I can fucking feel it. I mean, Charles really isn't needing a reason to use up his tires as much as I have been. That's why he's able to stay so close to me, but I know Piastri and the guys behind are fighting it out for third, so... I just know we need like better like tire management. Not tire management, just but like better tire data. I don't know. Back end stepped out again. Fuck.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
I mean, we hit the target, which is good, but damn, bro. Like, the mediums aren't bad, it's just the rears
Okay, be
are
aware,
awful.
the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
I've lost my grip levels already. What you talking about? Hold on, what the fuck did my right rear just say? 36, dude. 36% of my right rear tire. Oh my god. Yeah, but the rest of my tires are fine. It's just the right rear is worn out to hell.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
That's going to throw a spanner because there wasn't any rain expected for this race.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
I said, why bother? Like, I can't go on these mediums, man. Charles, my wheel just... There we go. I don't know what my wheel did, but it like almost popped out when I was turning in. Okay, one more lap until we have to pit. We can definitely hold the lead. It's just a matter of if my tires can last until that point, because we might lose the lead and my right rear tire, dude, because now it's in the 40s. Like it's taking a lot of fucking hits here, a lot of abuse. I think Charles will be going down there. Bit of an odd spot to go, but he tried it. Just kind of shut the door on him. Oh god. Yeah, my car did not turn as like I wanted it to. It turned a little too much. Stroll and Piastri has kind of cut our gap down. There we go. Because of how hard me and Charles were fighting, but also him and also the both of them are fighting pretty hard too,
mate,
so...
we need to save some ERS, so let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up.
It's just called not using it on this straight, and we'll be fine.
Okay, clear.
Oh, there's a yellow behind.
Okay, nice work. Really good
And
job
we got
with that
that
target,
done.
mate.
There's still a yellow. I don't know who that's for, though. Max is 5th.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be
So maybe
penalised
you
if we
keep
exceed
DNF'd,
it.
I think?
Keep that in mind
Yes,
as
he
you
did.
approach.
Oh, that's a gut punch to Ferrari fans right there, because he was running pretty well. He was solidly in 5th. Now we're coming in. Gonna get these boys off. Okay. Whew. Thought for a minute we didn't get it, but we did. We got her. We got her. All right. Piastri and Stroll stay out, as does Perez. Russell does too. Verstappen comes in.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a
Nice.
fantastic stop. Faster than we
Science
were
Gasly,
expecting.
Hulkenberg, Joe stayed out along with Sargent. A lot of us came in. Good news is we got out ahead of LECLERC, so.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
let's try to get these fucking hards heated up. Here's the crazy thing. I haven't raced this track, around this track rather, on a set of hards. It's only been the mediums and softs, and that's it. I don't know why I haven't, but
Use your overtake
I'm
button
gonna figure
more. It's time to
I'm gonna figure
utilise
out
some
this
of
track on
energy.
the
Come
hard set of tires. Don't you worry. Teammate came in. That means the leaders must. Yeah, the
Carlos is
leaders
in the
probably
pits.
came in as well. Yeah, pretty much everybody from 1st and 9th ended up coming in. That's,
Okay, gap to the car in
so
front.
we'll definitely get back out ahead of
3.3
Piastri.
seconds.
Me and Charles will be 1-2 again. Verstappen almost took 3rd. Actually, he does take 3rd from Oscar. Never mind, he don't. Now it's just a matter of when this rain's gonna hit, because that's now the next main thing. Because it's overcast. It's cloudy as hell out here. Damn, we purple sector 3, I think, for the 2nd lap in a row. That is insane. Now over a second ahead of Charles now. But because of that first series of corners, he gains it right back, because really have no idea what to do differently around there. Yeah, 2.5 ahead of Charles. These hards, they're working, man. I don't, like, really, I guess I just needed those mediums off my car, and that's all I needed. I just needed the mediums off and the hards on. And now we're trucking now. Almost 2 seconds ahead of Charles this time
Rain
now.
is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Probably, if that's the case, and that's going to be towards the end of the race, there might not even be a point in coming in to fit on the wet tires or the intermediates, because I mean, it also depends on how bad it gets, and I don't think it's going to get that bad. Damn!
Great work. That's a new fastest
Even
lap
with
of the
that
race.
little mess up towards the end of the corner, or the exit of the final corner, I still was fast to set a faster lap time. Let's go. All right, I think it's now time to do a lap around Imola with Chris. Let's go.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Never mind.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy.
Got that objective
nice
done.
work. That's why I
This is
love
just
working
another
with
lap
you.
time.
Smashed it.
Thing that they wanted me to do, so that's nice. It's very, very nice. A little bit wide there. All right, now hopefully Mark won't interrupt me, and this time we'll do a lap around Imola with Chris for real this time. Let's try this again. Let's go. that, ladies and gentlemen, has been a lap around Imola, which has been very, very
So we're
relaxing.
leading our teammate by
Thank God he finally talked afterwards, and I didn't
23.2
start
seconds.
doing the lap with Chris this time. Oh boy. Yeah, haven't seen any drops of rain yet. Still think they might come towards the end of the race, so I'll have to be on the lookout for that. But I do see the sun, so it might. The rain might just pass by, and the sun might just come back out. It really just depends.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
I see rain. See it on my halo. It might just turn out to be one of those races where it just doesn't really affect the overall outcome of the race. I think we should be fine. I mean, the rain also just started too, so don't worry about it too hard. So put down a pretty decent lap time. Use up a lot of my ERS that I did not mean to use up a lot of. I was just more distracted by the fact that there was rain coming down, so my fault. Might be able to last this, in all honesty. Patch of rain, and in all honesty, there might not be a need to come down pit lane because we might be able to just make it all the way to the end. At least is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm 3 seconds slower than my previous lap. But it's not enough for me to come in. Fucking stop, okay? Holy shit, I just went out of the corner. Holy fuck, this car right now. 4 to go. It's not bad in certain areas, and it's just bad in some. I was half off throttle the entire time. Holy shit, dude. Slipping and sliding around this son of a bitch, but I ain't losing this
Gap
shit.
to your teammate behind, 26.6 seconds.
What's crazy is that none of the AI drivers are coming in, so that's the thing. But I get the feeling that they also are just like, what's the point coming in? We're near the end of the race. Is it really worth coming in, losing a boatload of time, and giving the win to somebody that can stay out in the rain or in the wets, or in this wet condition on the dry tires, and just go for it? I mean, yeah. 2 to go. I just want everyone to know, like, 4 or 5 laps ago, I was like almost 7 seconds ahead of LECLERC.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes.
Oh, the race is going to be over by that point anyway, so we only have 2 to go right now. All right, final lap.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Final lap at Imola. Barely fucking hanging on right now. Exhibit A as to what I mean by barely hanging on. 'Cause I'm barely hanging on to this fucking car in these conditions. Look at me fucking sliding, bro. Fuck me. I have to shift up like 4 gears just to get traction to this bitch. Just through the chicane one more time. Went smooth. Tell you that. There we go. Come out of the final corner. We're gonna win at Imola. Barely. Holy shit.
Come on! Now we can fight.
Thank God. Woo!
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Fucking Looks like an Amazon rainforest out here with all the rain coming down and all the trees around. Holy shit.
And that's it then for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And what a sensational victory they've managed to pull off here.
To come here and take victory as a team today on home soil was so important. You can see how much it means to them. The drivers there doing their part. The team's strategy was perfect as well. And the fans really embraced that. What a great atmosphere we had here today.
As we await the winners to take their positions on the podium, one thing is clear today. RB have really shown their prowess on the track. This is a team that isn't afraid to take risks, whether that's on the circuit or in the new talents they hire. Today, those risks certainly paid off.
Winner at Imola and winner on home soil. Let's go. I think if the rain did come down, we would have had a different result for us, I'd have to say. By different result, I mean we would have been farther ahead of Charles by a lot. But yeah, just what a race on our behalf. P1 overtook LECLERC on like lap, it was like 4 or 5, and just all the lead on from then on out. So it's another dub, third one of the season, I think our 11th of our career, so I'll take it. Charles LECLERC second, so this is literally, the top 2 is the exact same as last season, just reverse between myself and LECLERC. And Max comes up with a P3, so he's still being consistent in that Red Bull and that RB20, which wasn't the best car that Max has driven in recent memory, I have to say, especially if you ask him, he'd say the exact same thing, even though he got like, what, 9-10 wins in that car last season. But still, no, for a fact he ain't happy. And Oscar Piastri comes on 4th. Lance Stroll with an amazing finish in P5 in that Aston Martin. Hamilton 6th, Russell in 7th, Norris the point leader down to 8th. Perez in 9th, and Fernando Alonso gets a point in P10. So we ended up gaining 22 points on Lando Norris coming out of this race, so there's definitely going to be a change to top the championship now because we're there, or because of our win. Then Sainz 11th, Ocon 12th, Albon 13th, Magnussen 14th, Hülkenberg in 15th, Bottas 16th, Gasly 17th, Sargent 18th, Shoko and Yu in 19th, and Yuki Tsunoda, the only DNF in 20th. Dang. Feel bad for Yuki and Ferrari. They were running well. They were running 5th, and I feel like they could have finished there, if not on the podium, because they were in the position Max was in, and I get the feeling that if they pitted at the same time Max did, came out ahead of Max, and they were able to jump Oscar and Lance Stroll, by the time that rain hit, he was 3rd. He was good. It would have been a Ferrari 2-3. Would have seen Yuki on the podium. And standings, yep, we are the point leader by now 17 ahead of Lando Norris in 2nd. God dang. Then Max Verstappen 20 back in 3rd. LECLERC is up to 4th, 52 back. He's pretty much 2 races back in 4th, as is Russell in 5th. Hamilton in 6th, Oscar Piastri in 7th, Sergio Perez in 8th, Carlos Sainz in 9th, and Lance Stroll jumps up to 10th with those 10 points he got today. Then there's Gasly in 11th, Ocon 12th, Alonso 13th, Tsunoda 14th, and then Magnussen 15th. And there's still Albon, Hülkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas, and Logan Sargent with a big fat goose egg of points so far. Now as we head into the 7th race of the season. And the Constructors, we've closed the gap now to only 15 points behind McLaren atop the Constructors Championship. Red Bull in 3rd, 32 back, Mercedes 4th, 37 back. Ferrari in 5th, they might have a good string of races after this podium. It really just depends. Aston 6th now, Alpine 7th, Haas in 8th, Williams in 9th, and Kick Sauber in 10th. So we have 7 teams with double-digit points. Not bad at all. Not bad. Haas is the only one with 1 point and in the single digits. Imagine what would have happened if I wanted the Haas for this season. Guarantee we probably would have done some crazy fucking things. But yeah, so that's the rundown of everything, and that's it for Imola. It was a nice return, and now we're just on the path to finishing the second season. Hell yeah. All right, so 7, we've only barely gained any experience from that. Pace went up to 91. Got a lot of focus out of that too. Holy shit. So, did not think I would get that much focus. Recognition, not really a change, which I'm a little bit shocked at because I feel like I should be at maybe 56 by now, but I'm not. But, yeah. Manufacturing expert got theirs done. Power unit got theirs done. Strategy analysis up to now level 3. And somehow quality assurance tester I did not get, which I'm curious as to which one that is again. Incurred no more than 1 penalty during an entire weekend. Yeah, that I didn't incur penalties, so I don't know what I did, but sure, I didn't get it. Freaking awesome. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. All right, we got more weekly resources. Yeah, not really much else to talk about except now it's on to the Monaco Grand Prix. We've almost beaten Lewis Hamilton, which is pretty cool. And can I get anything? Sainz is looking at something. I don't know what he's looking at. Looks like he's wanting to get the front wing end place, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so not really thinking about getting anything. So yeah, I don't think I'll get none. So I'll I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna get. Really, well, let me see. Powertrain. Sure, I'll get this just because as a 0% failure chance and it's the cheapest thing. So we'll get that. We'll get another upgrade in. Help out our engine, and now we're just gonna work up towards something else. I just don't know what, but we'll see. So thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for some more. Next race is Monaco, and hopefully it'll be really, really good for us. I know we finished well here last season, so hopefully we'll finish good at this season as well. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Love y'all, and goodbye.